right, welcome back to Terrible at Fishing. Not anymore, because we're going to teach you one of the most reliable ways to catch bass. In fact, lots of fish. And this is something called a drop shot. A drop shot is where you take the bait and you suspend it above a weight on the bottom of the lake or river or whatever. So, and this hook is going to put, you're going to put a worm on it, and it's going to work really, really well. So, let's make a drop shot, shall we? So, I do it a little bit different. So, let's look at how I do it. So, you can add a barrel swivel up on top and just pre-make your rigs. What I like to do is that I enjoy putting bobber stoppers on it. So what I do, and you could use bobber stoppers or you can just tie a knot. And it's important that you do this properly on the hook. So I'm going to show you. So I'm going to put a bobber stopper on my line. As soon as I can see it. There we go. So we just put the line through we're going to put the line through the applicator, which is just a loop on the bobber stopper. And then we're going to just slide the bobber stopper onto the line, just like that. So now my bobber stopper's on the line. See? So now it's important that the hook face up. Very important that the hook face up. So what size hook do you use? Well, you don't want to use a big giant 4.0 or 5.0 hook. You want to use something a little bit more dainty. So, and this allows you for a better hookup ratio. So we're going to put the hook in to where it's going to face upwards. So if you guys could see this, but it's facing up. Now, bobber stoppers will slip. So in order to add greater tension, I've run the fishing line through the hook twice. Now, if you tie a knot, instead of using bobber stoppers, make sure the knot ends up causing the hook to face forward, up. So now I've created twice the tension on this hook by just running it through twice. Now I'm going to put another bobber stopper on it to hold it up there. Now, why do I like bobber stoppers? These little guys right here allow me to change the depth of my hook. So if 18 inches isn't working, I can move it up to 24 inches or down to 12 inches or whatever. But you see how that is? This right here is a great way, and it's still tight enough to set the hook on a fish. So this is a great way. Now what do you do? Well, we need to weight it. So now we just have to add a weight. Could be any weight you want on the bottom. So just run that weight on the bottom of your line. And voila, I've got tied on. Yeah. Tie my weight onto the bottom, and you've got yourself a wonderful adjustable drop shot. So now we can move it up and down we want. Now in order to add a worm to it, you take any kind of Senko worm that you want. There's lots of different ways you can put it on you can put it wacky style. Wacky style means you can put it in the middle like this, and it'll just go ahead and flop like that. Or you could go ahead and just put it on the head just a little bit. And there's a little stopper there. You know, this one's got a bait hook on it, or a bait keeper on it, which is really nice. And you can just go and do that, and it'll go ahead and hold it. You could put creature bait on it if you want. Again, you could put it on wacky style. That's wacky style. And it'll go ahead and just be there. And what you do is when you put it down there, you wiggle it every once in a while. Let it have a little action. And believe it or not, this is a winner fishy dinner. The drop shot is very reliable. Remember, just leave it there until it drives you crazy, and then move it a little bit. But you got to be driven crazy, because bass fishermen, we're not very patient. But this is a great way of fishing. So that is a terrible at fishing, not anymore, drop shot rig. Now, instead of using bobber stoppers and double through or even triple through, if indeed you're a little paranoid on the tension of it, you can still set that hook. So tie a knot, make sure the hook is facing forward. So you don't have to use, you could use something much smaller than a Senko, and you can go ahead and use something longer than a Senko. So you can use a big old ribbon tail if indeed you want. So you use a big old ribbon tail if you want. So have fun with the drop shot. You will catch more fish. I guarantee it, because everybody catches fish with a Palomar or with a drop shot. So enjoy. You'll see me out on the water. Take care, everybody.